Our next speaker has spent most of his career building relationships between brands and consumers. As tech is increasingly trying to become human, what lessons can be learned from other industries on the importance of tech turning emotional? In this keynote, Olivier Robert-Murphy from Universal Music will give us examples of inspiring and successful stories from around the world. Please welcome him to the stage.
Good morning. How are we doing? It's loading the presentation. That's it. So, let's do this. Is tech without emotion just function? Who made this question? I've been asked to answer to it. Well, if you want to answer to this question, and if you want to leave now, the answer is yes. Sometimes. Not all the time. So I suggest we spend the next 10, 12 minutes to discuss it in more details. I think the question could have been how brands today could connect emotionally with their consumers. I do work for the largest music major company called Universal Music, so I want to share you a personal example. If someone wants to bring emotion to someone else, 98% of people love or like music. You will send a song. That's actually a song you always remember. Songs are very emotional. We remember, for example, the song that was playing the first time we kissed someone. Do we? Yeah, I see a lot of that. Well, actually, I remember, and it was this song. Put the volume up, please. Louder. So I have to stop here because it brings me back where I was at that time. Okay, so could technology be the tool? This song was a massive hit. Could technology be the tool that actually make it a hit? Data and insight will tell you that to have a hit, I make it up, the song needs to last 3 minutes and 7 seconds. It needs to be on a G key. The chorus needs to start after 47 seconds, or the song needs to talk about love, the lyrics. But is that going to make it a hit? Probably not. And that's why you need something else. The science is what we're talking about, the data and the insight. But you need a bit of magic, and I'm going to show you an example in a minute. To get this magic, you need human creativity, and you need collaborations. If I was going to tell you that last year in the UK, if I look at the top 100 songs, on average, it took 5.87 people to make up this song. We're in a world of collaboration and creativity, but I digress. Let me show you an example of how technology could bring emotions. So this guy is called Lukas Graham, a brilliant artist. UC is a telecommunication company. They wanted to surprise their consumers. They wanted to do something special for them. So they looked at the people that streamed the most his song, up to 12 times a day. And they surprised them. Have a look.
Det er mystisk at se folk snakke om, hvordan de har det med vores sange, altså.
Du har hørt 15 Lukas Graham-sange hver dag i et halvt år på UC Musik. Du har lyttet til 11 Lukas Graham-sange om dagen.
Er det for meget? Jeg har ikke kendt min far, og han synger meget om, at hans far ikke er der mere. Det er derfor, jeg elsker ham.
De går bare helt ind under huden, og sådan giver en gåsehud. Jeg synes, det er helt vildt. Mama said that it was okay. Mama said that it was quite alright.
I knew about her and you.
When I'm drunk in the morning. Cause we were good kids.
I kan i hvert fald synge rigtig godt. Hej.
So, how did we do it? We turned to data. Every year at UC, we celebrate our customers with an exclusive concert. And last year, we thought we'd make it even more special. First, we invited the most listened to artist on our music streaming service. That artist was Denmark's own Lukas Graham. We then sent direct emails to our customers encouraging them to take part in a competition to win tickets to the show before anyone else. When entering, they also gave us permission to look into their streaming data. That's how we found Lukas's biggest fans for the surprise videos. We also used the data to make personal invitations to other Lukas Graham fans and posted it on their Facebook pages. The data-driven approach paid off. The surprise videos spread across news sites and social media, making it our best performing commercial video to date, and decreased the number of brand critics significantly. In the end, we turned big data into even bigger feelings.
In fact, 6.5 million saw this video. You might say 6.5 million is not much. It was in Denmark. There is 5.7 million people living in Denmark. We live in a world where people want to be brand. My kids, that's what they want. How many followers I have, look how many like, how many share. They want to be the brand. And at the same time, we live in a place where brands want to be people. They want to be friends with other people. So how do we do that? How could brands do that? Through technology? Yeah, for sure. But they could do it as well through emotions. It's not me saying it. We know this guy. Okay, Simon Sinek, Start With a Why, great book. And what is he saying in 2 words? He's saying that a lot of brands are focusing on what do they sell and how do they sell it. I'm selling a computer through retail. But why? And he's giving the example of Apple, saying Apple sell computer and mobile phone, but they also, more importantly, sell a way of thinking differently through great design. It just happened they're selling mobile phone and computers. Fine. If you push for thinking further, Red Bull, what do they do, Red Bull? They give you wings. Coca-Cola provide you happiness. Universal Music, we saw it before, we provide emotions and moments, so we could always remember these songs. And if you think about it, these brands, they are exactly where they want to be today. They connect emotionally every day with their consumers. But however, we need human creativity to create the wow factor and to create these emotions. Now, I want to show you the reverse. I want to show you that thanks to technology, you could create these emotions. So let me show you an example where, I don't know if you know that, there is 253 blind people in the world. 253 million blind people in the world. Look why technology and how technology could bring this emotion.
It was very new to me when I tried first time. This was like a different world.
Usually when you come to a museum, you can't touch these things. So I can just hear about it from a guide or from someone who's with me. Reading that, or then that's not a full experience, shouldn't be.
But the best moment was, of course, when I started to have an idea what part of the body I'm touching.
Have the art in front of you, and you can explore it and see how much your imaginations were right, what you wouldn't expect. For example, about David. Like, yeah, I knew that this guy will have a big head, but that it's this big. Or
I recognized the dress of Venus of Milo. I said, like, this is the dress, and I said, yes, all right. So it was the greatest.
The entire experience, and this is something that adds this element which is missing, which was missing before. That you can see it really and know know the beauty of the art and touch it.
Very nice indeed. Technology could do miracles sometimes. So, it's my last slide actually, so I'm going to be brief. One of the other most technology talked about at the moment is anything related to voice. Voice is human. 40% of the Chinese population is using voice on their mobile phone every day. 47% of the people, when they speak to Alexa. Do you have Alexa? Do you know Alexa, this small device? Yeah. Okay, so when they speak to Alexa, they say please and thank you to a piece of device. So in fact, they create an emotion somehow with these people. So I thought, well, actually, what was the question already? Oh yeah, could technology be a function? Yes. So I thought I would ask the question to Alexa. Maybe she would know.
Hey Alexa, is tech...
Can you put the volume up? Let me go back again. Let's do it. Can you put the volume up, please? Thank you.
Hey Alexa, is tech without emotion just a function?
I'm not sure.
Exactly. That's the point. I'm not sure. How can we be sure? She's right. Whatever tech, emotions, it's not about... We never can be sure, because emotion is difficult to explain. So thank you so much for listening to this. Thank you very much.